Guys, today's finally the day. Got the camera. Now the struggle begins in learning how to use this darn thing. There's so many buttons that it's making my head spin. Luckily, my film guy, Cameron, is giving me a couple tips. It's hard when he's not in person, but he's done a great job. I just FaceTime him, aim my phone at the camera, and he's kind of told me the settings to use. Now, those work great outdoors right now for, I don't know, I feel like I turned my ISO up right now because it's 6:30 a.m. And it's really dark out, so hopefully you guys can see me right now. But that's the little stuff that I need to work on. Only thing I was disappointed with was the mic. You guys will be able to tell at the beginning of the video, it was super windy, but this Rode Cardio Mic Pro, it's like a $250 mic. It was basically the most expensive one I could find. It sounds like crap in the wind. I don't know if that's just an issue you're gonna have with any shotgun mic, if I have to just get a little lapel thing for my shirt and do it that way. If any of you know the answer to that question, comment below, give me some advice. But hopefully overall this footage is more enjoyable to watch. I did a little 15-second edit at the end. Again, don't know what I'm doing. I downloaded Adobe Premiere and instantly gave up and resorted back to iMovie again. So I'm gonna wait until I can sit down with Cameron and he can give me a private lesson in Adobe Premiere. And I'll figure out how to do that so I can get a little bit more advanced with this stuff. So make sure you guys click the link below to my Patreon page. We just hit 400 patrons, which is awesome. So thank you to all 400 members. Let's get that number to keep going up. It's a really cool community of riders that are able to talk to each other, and I communicate with them every single day. Exclusive content, giveaways every single month. At this rate of growth, we're doing 3 giveaways a month. So your chance of winning something is fairly high. Guys, I gotta head to the track. Enjoy the video, and I'll see you on Sunday. Like blipping right at the top of the jump face. If you go to 4th gear, even if you have the habit of wanting to blip, the power will be more flat and less torquey. Does that make sense? Yeah. You can go 30 miles an hour in 1st gear, 2nd gear, 3rd gear, 4th gear, and 5th gear, but they're all gonna feel different. 1st gear at 30 miles an hour is gonna be rev to the moon. 2nd gear is going to be really torquey, so each time you hit the gas you're going to feel like you're getting ripped off the bike. And then 4th and 5th gear is going to feel really controllable and flat. That's the type of power you want going up jump faces. And you don't want the bike to be reactive. Shift to 4th and be smooth off the jump face. What we can actually do is, your body position is getting to the point where I feel comfortable enough getting you over a couple of these jumps. We can start jumping this tabletop further and further, and then you can start jumping that step up further and further. Have you cleared either of these to the downside yet, or no?
No, I've been close to that one.
To this one here? Yeah. Actually, with how kind of crappy the track is today, this jump and that step up are really good. So today's a good day to build some confidence on them, but you got to just go to 4th gear. Oh, that was a little better. He blipped, but I think he did it when he was in the air. I want you to more specifically watch the step up part. I'm gonna go kind of slower, your speed first time through, no blipping.
I'm gonna jump a little further next one, and then I might even go the whole distance, or I'll just go a little bit further the one after that. The one thing that won't change is I'm not gonna blip no matter what. That speed is gained ahead of time, way ahead of time. Even for how heavy I am on this bike, I can still easily get that speed way before I get to that jump. So I was actually able to get it to 5th gear, but you notice the times before, I was coasting almost the whole takeoff. You don't have to be worried about that endoing you or anything weird. If you have enough forward momentum ahead of time, that's all that matters. The only time I'm getting on the gas hard, and you can hear it, is when I land, right? Either that or way the heck ahead. And that's where guys like that would start to get themselves in trouble. As soon as they start gaining what they think is a little bit of confidence and trying to jump any amount of distance, they're gonna crash.
I just heard this thing that would like take a chunk of dirt out of the
Yeah, especially on those sound like 450s. That's just chunking out huge amounts of dirt. Cool, thank you. Don't blip. Natural instinct, and this isn't just Owen, is blip, is leaning back. I don't know why blipping is a natural instinct. I know leaning back, it's just instinct for any human being to get their head away from danger. So naturally you're extending the elbows, you're leaning your head back. The blip, I'm not sure why that happens, but it's not just him. So many riders are guilty of it.
It feels weird because whenever you let off the gas, then you drop, it feels like I'm slamming to the ground.
Well, that's why it's so important to land on the gas.
Yeah.
That's why when you heard me at my most aggressive was right when the bike was hitting the ground, right? The next step of progression from that is, just ignore me holding this out here like a dummy. Am I aiming at us at least?
Your head's in the right amount. Thank you.
The next step of progression from that, and when she was talking about pushing you to be a little bit more aggressive this morning, a perfect spot to do that would be right here. Before you get to the jump, but I want to just hear you get on the gas harder. I think a good way to be able to tell if you were doing that is you can go to 5th gear. If I can go to 5th gear in that pocket at 155 pounds, then at however much you weigh, there's no reason you can't get into 5th gear. Don't let 5th gear scare you. You can still go kind of close to the same speed, if not the same speed if you want to.
So do you want me to click 4th, come down, click 3rd?
Where are you clicking 4th, by the way?
Up here?
Are you downshifting to 3rd for the turn?
Yeah, downshifting here.
And then where do you go up to 4th?
And then whenever I get out of the turn, I click up to 4th.
Yeah.
Click up to 4th.
Where, before you get to the jump?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then ride towards downshifting.
So what I would do is go to 4th before the jump, just like you were, and then go to 5th across the top of the tabletop. So that way when you come down in this pocket, there's nothing left to do except to get on the gas. I'd like for you to get more aggressive on the throttle here, and don't change anything on the takeoff.
Alright.
What that's going to do is naturally it's going to send you a little bit further, but not far enough to where things will start getting a little hairy yet. If we build more confidence with that, then we can start going further and further. The biggest thing is eliminating that blip and then getting aggression where you're supposed to. Any fast rider, you would see them get the speed ahead of time, and they're not relying on that speed loss.
And then
That's
kind
all.
of let off and kind of glide.
Yep, and then make sure you're landing hard on the throttle. As long as you're gripping that bike with your knees, when you land, get aggressive on the gas. And you'll realize that the harder you land on the throttle, the smoother it'll feel.
So should I kind of like let off and then get back on?
Yeah, you hear when I'm in the air, I let off. Sometimes I'll blip it in the air if I'm in the air for long enough. That's just kind of habit. I don't know why I do that. And then right as you're hitting the ground, you time it hard on the throttle.
Alright.
All right, 5th gear. Man, my... Okay, so that was good approach speed. When you got in the pocket, it ripped you backwards a little bit.
Yeah.
But then you readjusted. Make sure when you accelerate, you're fighting to get your chest even further forward than you normally would. That'll compensate, so when you're in that pocket here, you don't get that feeling like you're getting pulled off the back of the bike. And then the only other thing you didn't do there is you landed coasting completely.
Yeah.
So you smacked down. It sounded like you got dropped off a 10-story building.
Yeah.
Do exactly what you just did, but now get on the gas hard when you land. But like I said, when you get on the gas hard, make sure you fight to keep that chest forward, because gravity's going to want to pull you off the rear.